Hey everyone, I don't know, I'm making this video for my future self to be honest, but I'm also gonna be putting it on YouTube. So anyone who's watching, hi, and yeah, welcome to the journey of my labor and delivery. I cannot believe I'm saying it, but yeah, this is my journey, and this is my journey of how I deliver my baby. So if you're interested in watching it, then keep watching. And yeah, so let's start with the video without any further ado. So I'm currently, as you can see, in the hospital. So since couple of days, I don't know, I feel my baby isn't moving that much as he was moving. So I thought, why not, let's go to the hospital and check if he's doing fine. So that's why we have this maternity evaluation unit in which you also deliver, and all of your labor takes place in this unit. So whenever you're in labor, you will come here. So, and also when you think something's wrong, you'll come here too. You'll come here only, basically. So yeah, I actually, he, of course my baby was moving, but I just felt the consistency was less. I don't know. I don't know. I'm paranoid now that we're so close. The due date was 24th April, but we were gonna do induction on the 23rd, and as it is, we were gonna do induction on the 23rd. But I was like, we're so close to the due date, and today, by the way, is 17th of April. So I was like, I don't want anything to go wrong now that we're so close. So it might have been a false alarm, but I told my husband, let's just go and get him checked. But every day I was monitoring my baby in the house. We have this fetal Doppler monitor where we at home like hear his heartbeat every day. So of course we heard his heartbeat before coming, and we knew he was, you can hear his heartbeat in the background, by the way. If you, I think so, you can, yeah. So anyways, back to the topic. So I knew he was fine, but I'm scared. So we thought, let's go to the maternity evaluation unit. So here I am, and then they checked the heartbeat, and they checked the heartbeat. They said that it is good, but it should be like this a certain way, and he might be sleeping or something like that. So maybe we are not seeing these waves that we're supposed to see. And then yeah, and I'm 39 weeks today. I complete my 39 weeks. So I don't know, they're like, since you're 39 weeks, you should go and induce today itself, because we don't want to take any risk, because if you're at home, we won't be able to monitor the baby. And they kind of basically just manipulated and convinced me and my husband to go through with the delivery today. We didn't want to. After we saw the ultrasound and all, and the ultrasound also seemed good. Today in the ultrasound, they measure the AFI, which is the amniotic fluid index. So that was good to normal range. His heartbeat was normal. I'm having contraction, which I'll get back. So anyways, so yeah, so we wanted to wait for me to go into labor, and if not, at least then till 23rd. Okay, it hurts. Anyways, but till 23rd, yeah, I was gonna wait. My husband and I did not want to do it, but somehow the doctor came and she said that you're already full term now, so why wait? Like, you should, because it's better. You don't want the baby staying too long into the stomach. So that's what they said. So anyways, I don't know now. And she said that anything can happen, the talk they do. So I'm like, I don't want to take a risk. Tomorrow, if we want to follow our heart and we go home and something happens, then who am I to blame, right? Who am I supposed to blame but myself? And I don't want to take risk with my baby, of course. So yeah, I guess I'll just do what they say. I don't know. Now my husband and I don't know what's the right thing to do at this moment, but we want the best for our child. So we're just following the doctor's recommendation of me going into induction now. So that's what we are doing. And yeah, so now I am admitted, and they're gonna do induction and on me, and I'm gonna be delivering my baby mostly by tomorrow. So right now the procedure they started was, first of course they took blood, and now I'm not allowed to eat. Matlab, I'm so hungry. I was so hungry. I had eaten my last meal at 10 o'clock in the morning, 10, 11 o'clock, and now it is 6 o'clock in the evening, and I haven't eaten anything except I can only have this. I can only drink liquid stuff till I deliver the baby, and I'm gonna be delivering baby by tomorrow, depending on my contractions and everything. It all depends on baby by tomorrow, so I'm gonna have to starve till then. So that's the worst part of it till now. But I'm sure the contractions are gonna get worse. So that will be the next worst part. But anyways, so yeah, so the first thing to induce, I was already dilated 2.50 centimeter when they checked me today. So for it to reach to 3 centimeter, and for them to then maybe break my water, not maybe, they will be breaking my water. I will be sharing it with you guys, of course. So now right now they have inserted a Foley balloon. I don't know what it is called, but I'll put it here. It's a balloon. Basically they inserted a latex balloon inside my vagina. They inserted so that it will act like the baby, and it will thin the cervix, and it will dilate more, and they want it basically dilated to 3 centimeters. So they inserted the Foley inside my cervix. So that's pretty much it. So my husband just called. He's actually gone back home to get our stuff. So the nurse, when I called her from home and said I'm gonna come, and she said to come like to the maternity evaluation unit, she said get your stuff. But I was like, everything's mostly fine, we're not gonna go back, so let's not get the bag. So we didn't get the bag, and look at me now, we have to get the bag. So my husband's gone back home and he's getting the bag, like stuff of bag, because you're gonna need, he's gonna be sleeping here with me inside the room. He's gonna need stuff, I'm gonna need stuff. So basically he's gone to get my hospital bag. So yeah, so as soon as the doctor, I was not ready for this, okay? So when she said, I and my husband, we both were like, we wanted it to be 24th of April, but now this is happening, and I felt, okay, I'm not ready right now for the baby to come. Of course, if it had happened naturally, I would have been ready, but this is not what we had planned. But in pregnancy, nothing happens as you planned, so you just have to be ready for whatever may come. So that is exactly. So I don't know, I felt so, I wanted to cry really, because I feel scared. I really do. I feel so scared right now. Now while I'm shooting this video, it's been like 3-4 hours after I came here, so I'm a little bit more relaxed, but not relaxed, because the main picture to bhi baki hai. So but when they said I'm gonna have to do it today, I was like, I'm scared, because I am scared. How am I not supposed to be scared? I'm nervous, I'm scared, and I don't know now what is gonna happen, right? So I'm really very scared, very nervous. By the time you guys see this video, my baby's gonna be in this world, and I shall have passed the worst part of the delivery, the painful part, let's say, the worst part, and this all will be past. So yeah, right now, when I knew okay, so when we had to decide, it was me and my husband, we both were very sad and anxious, because we want, and also going into induction, there are chances I might go into C-section, which I still don't know, right? What the what is going to precede after this, I don't know what's gonna happen. So you will know afterwards, of course, after you watch till the very end. I don't know what's gonna happen, C-section or the vaginal delivery. I want it to be a normal vaginal delivery, but let's see what God has planned for us. So whatever it is, we just have to go through it. Also, we both were feeling sad, but I was feeling sad because like my mother is not here, and my husband is here, which he is an amazing support, but I don't know, I'm just in a different country. I don't have anybody here, and my husband is here. Of course, that is all I want. His presence means the world to me. But having my mother, I don't know. I still feel like I'm a child, and I want my mother. Does that make sense? I don't know how to explain this, but I still feel like a baby, and I want my mother to be here because I'm so scared in this moment, you know. But anyways, my husband's here, and looking at me in my eyes, and him being there makes it all good, the better. I couldn't have, of course, done it without my husband. So anyways, now here we are. So until I am, I don't know, 3 centimeter dilated, or yeah, they're gonna remove that, and then they're gonna give me medicine, pitocin. I knew the word. Yeah, what is it? Pitocin. Because it's either pitocin or picocin. That's a synthetic medicine that is gonna help me contract. And yeah, I'm already contracting naturally, but they want me to contract more, so for that they're gonna give me pitocin. It's pitocin, and that will help me contract, and the contractions will help me dilate. Until I'm dilated 10 centimeter, I cannot push, which anyways, the baby won't be able to come. So it's a long process, might take tomorrow, but definitely baby's not coming on the 17th. I don't think so, but yeah. So I've talked to multiple doctors till now. The anesthesiologist came, she talked. Then the other doctor came who inserted the Foley inside. And then there are nurses, and they're all really nice. So yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna be talking through it. And as I said, I have had this only, and I drank soup, which is just liquid basically again, and that's pretty much it. And now I'm gonna watch TV, and I'll add clips of how the room looks. The room looks really nice. I completed my master's from UAB, and now I'm delivering also at UAB. So yay, I guess. And that's pretty much it, guys. Also, the moment when we realized, okay, we're gonna do it today, we were sad because we wanted it on the 23rd by 24th, but we want what's best for our son, so that's all that matters. And as I've been saying for a while now, and if that is what is best for our son, then we're gonna do that. And yeah, but I'm very emotional. I was very emotional. I wanted to cry. I really wanted to cry a lot, but anyways, now I'm a little bit better. I'm going to try to practice mindfulness and breathe in and breathe out, breathe in and breathe out, and help me go through this. Basically, this is tough. This is hard. So I just need to have a calm mind and not be scared. That's what I'm going to be now thinking and preaching. So wish me luck. So welcome back, and now is gonna be the continuation of my birth story. So the last clip that you saw was on the day that not on the day, actually a day before I actually delivered, and I will be adding some clips of me taking our son home. And yeah, I guess I'll add some clips, I don't know, we'll see when I'm editing the video. So anyway, so today is the 22nd of May. So this is 34 days after I have delivered. So now let's continue the story. So yeah, so I was induced. So because I was induced, so the process of induction involves them putting a folly inside my vagina to loosen the cervix, so my contractions become even more, more stronger. So that was done, and then after we had to wait a couple more hours or till the contractions and till I was dilated more. After I was dilated 3 centimeters, they removed the Foley catheter. I don't know if I've said that earlier or not. They inserted a balloon to act like as if the balloon was my baby, and to make the cervix more thinner. And after it was dilated 3 centimeter, they waited for me to dilate more, and I was given pitocin, and then which acts like oxytocin, which is naturally produced while we are in labor by our body. So but since I was induced, they gave me pitocin, and yeah, that was that. And then till I dilated more, like, which took like a lot of hours till I dilated 7 centimeter. I was just relaxing, sleeping, bearing the pain of contractions, and then till that was going on, after I dilated till 7 centimeters, then the doctor came and she did the amniotomy. Basically, she went there, put her hand inside my vag, and she broke my water with her hand. That's what happened. And then after that, the process, fastened more, and within an hour or two I was done. It kept increasing the dilation, and then once it reached 10 centimeter, which was in, I guess, 2 to 3 hours, once that was done, then when I was at 10 centimeter, I started pushing, and I pushed and pushed and pushed, and within 1 hour my son had arrived. So let's backtrack a little bit. So I was actually all about doing natural. I didn't want to take epidural, but then when I was like dilating, I don't know, 4 or 5 centimeter or something like that. It was paining a lot, and I was like, the more I get dilated, the pain is just gonna keep getting increased, right? The pain's like threshold is just gonna increase. So I had thought I will bear the pain, I will not take the epidural, but then I was like, if this pain is gonna get even more worse, then let's just take the epidural. So I chose to take the epidural, and thank God that I chose to do it, because oh my God, it made the delivery smooth, literally smooth. At least for that day I didn't have pain, but at least I didn't have pain for that moment and that day. So I was so grateful. Later on, I realized I did a good job taking the epidural. So what the epidural does is, it basically makes me feel numb, because it's local anesthesia. They're gonna give it back in my back, in my vertebral column, and basically that's gonna just, my whole lower body is gonna get numb, and I won't feel a thing. So that was that. So I gave it, and I felt the effect, I think, right away, and thank God I did it like in the night. And then of course I delivered the next day, which was a long time after. So I'm glad I didn't, because if you do take the anesthesia later, if you take the epidural later, it might not be that effective, and probably you will feel everything even after taking the epidural. But my epidural really worked well for me. I couldn't feel a thing, like literally I couldn't feel a thing, and that was the best thing, actually, taking the epidural. So when I was actually pushing, I was like, I could feel it, all the pressure in my face, but I couldn't feel it. I was like, am I pushing even? And all the people, like all the doctors, nurses, there were like 20 people when I was pushing, like the room was huge, and even after it being huge, it was completely packed with a lot of people, because they had asked me if I was okay with, people who are, students, who are, practicing nurses or doctors or residents, and if I'm okay with them coming. And I was like, yeah, hell yeah, I'm a science student, I'm a dentist myself, I know this shit, so I know how this works. So I was like, hell yeah, let them come in. So there were a lot of people looking at my badge, and I was okay, because see, that's how you study. So I was okay, but there were a lot of people in the room, and I'm just, oh my god, am I pushing? Am I not? Because I couldn't feel the push, like the pressure, the pain, all you feel when you're pushing. I did not feel a thing. I'm telling my husband I don't feel a thing, but while pushing, I could feel all in my upper body. Of course, I felt all the pressure I was exerting. I was like, oh, all that. My face was literally, it was like blown up like a balloon when I was pushing. And yeah, but anyways, I'm so glad I did that, because when I gave birth, my vag tore and I bled a lot. Now, because of the Pitocin, and I don't know if it was epidural's effects, but I was so sleepy. I was like, the whole night, because I was on drugs, I was like sleepy. Even after giving birth, I was like so exhausted and I was still sleepy. And while after giving birth, as soon as my baby came out, since I bled a lot, everybody gathered around me and tried to make my bleeding stop, but they couldn't see down there. So they took me to the OR, and they then, went and tried. What they did in the OR, I will never know. I was literally passed out. I was taken, I don't even know for how many hours I was taken, but I was taken there, and I was like, I was like literally on, they put me like, this is my head, and this is my head and this is my leg. So they put me like this, and I didn't know what was happening here. What were they doing here? And I was so passed out with the drugs and everything, and probably the exhaustion from giving the birth. So I was done. So I didn't know what happened then. I asked my husband what was going on. As soon as I gave birth, they gave me to hold my baby for a couple of seconds, and then they just took him away from me. And then he was, given shower, and he had amniotic fluid stuck somewhere in his lungs, and also they were trying to yeah, that's my baby. You can hear his voice in the background. So they were removing the amniotic fluid from his nose, and they were checking him, his oxygen level, all of that. And I got separated right away from my baby, and I was really, really, really sad. I wanted to hold him for at least a minute, but I didn't. He was taken away. I was bleeding. It was a mess. My husband for 1 second thought that I might die. Like because there were a lot of people, and it was chaotic. It was literally chaotic. So my husband was very scared, and he asked the doctor, but yeah, so that was that. And I didn't get to feel my birth, to be honest. Everything was happening so quickly. My husband had said, do you want me to record it? Because we had taken the camera to the hospital to record my birth, but I was like, you know what, let's not record, let's take completely in the moment. And I told him, don't record. He asked me several times, and I said no, and now I regret it, because the clips that I have added before this video, that I rewatched it while I was editing, and it felt really, really like it made me feel emotional, and it would be good to look back at it, because in the moment it all happened so quick. I didn't get to soak it in. So now the later part of my birth also, now it happened so quick. I don't remember a thing. I didn't even remember it right away. I was so exhausted and passed out with the drugs. I did not feel. I wish the biggest regret is I wish I recorded the birth of my son. I really wish, because in the end, like in the actual moment, it happened so quick. So if you're gonna record your birth, or you wanna record your birth, hell, definitely go do it. Don't think a second, because when you're actually gonna do it, it's gonna go fast too quick. Even 1 month of my baby being born, it's been 1 month since his birth, and that went so quick when I'm actually in my complete consciousness. So imagine being not conscious and being exhausted. So yeah, I wish I had recorded it. But anyways, coming back to my birth. So I was induced, and my baby came, and it was a normal vaginal delivery. I pushed, and he was there in an hour. Of course, we had to induce him, and we did take help of medication for pain. We did take medication for me to start my contractions. They had started at 2.5 centimeter naturally, but to fasten the process, I was given chemical synthetic medicine, basically the Pitocin, as I've mentioned so many times in this video. So I did not do completely natural, but I did not I'm so grateful. Thank you so much, God, that my birth, like my delivery, was not a C-section. I was so terrified for it to be a C-section. I was like very scared before the birth, as you have seen. But thankfully, it was a vag delivery. I'm so grateful that it was a vag delivery. And yeah, be it vag or C-section, it's definitely gonna be painful. Let me tell you that. Even after giving birth, so much of my blood went, literally so much. Like the next day, I knew how much, because they had put like so much of cotton in my vag down there. TMI, I know, but the whole birth is a TMI, right? So yeah, I lost a lot of blood, so they had to literally stop the bleeding. It was that bad, and there was tearing down there because it was a vag. And yeah, so tearing did happen, but now it took the healing almost. I'm still healing, but it's been over a month. I feel better. With each passing day, you're going to feel better. So don't worry. And yeah, so after, and I had colostrum coming, breastfeeding and all milk related things. My mom is consoling him. So breastfeeding related and my milk related and everything related to that is going to be in a separate video. So for this video, I just wanted birth, like exclusively birth. So my son's big
Mama is there. See, Mama.
So I'm just gonna end this video quickly because it's already so long. So I'm just gonna say, yeah, like I might have left out details because I tried to shoot it. Having a child and shooting is not gonna be easy, but I'm gonna shoot a lot of videos, a lot of pregnancy content coming your way. So having said that, also, yeah, as soon as he came, his oxygen level was fluctuating. So like when he slept, the oxygen would drop, and when he was awake, it was good. So they they took him away from me, and the whole night he was away from me. He came to me 6 o'clock. And the whole night I was so sad because as soon as he was born, he was taken away from me and I was taken away from him, and then he was taken away to the OT where the pedo patients are kept with the children, and NICU. Basically, he was taken there to monitor his oxygen, and once the oxygen was maintained and it was not fluctuating, then they brought him back to me, which was early in the morning the next day. But I wanted to see my baby as soon as he was born, so I didn't get to enjoy any of that. I didn't get to spend the night with him. The first night he spent it away from me, and I was sad. I was really sad, and my husband was with him the whole time. My husband, as soon as he was born, I'm like, you don't be with me, go with our son. I don't want our son to be alone at all. I want you to pay attention on him, what's happening with him, look at him. So as soon as he was born, I told my husband, I'm fine, I'm not going to feel sad, you just be with him, and my husband was with him. And then when he was taken to the NICU, the neonatal intensive care unit, I told my husband, you stay there, don't stay with me, I'm totally fine, you be with him. So my husband was with him the whole night, and he did come to check up on me because he's like, you're equally important, which of course I am for my husband. So my husband came in between and he's like, I'm gonna have to see you too. So he came, and yeah, that was it. My husband spent the whole night with him, and I didn't want my child to be alone because it was just him and me. So I told my husband, I'm fine. The immediate mother, instinct kicked in, and I was like, I'm fine, you just be with our son. So that's pretty much it. And my husband's like, I never thought you'd be the typical mother, but hey, I am the typical mother. So now currently I am enjoying my motherhood and enjoying every bit of him and trying to soak every bit of him, because he's not going to stay this tiny, for long. So yeah, having said that, I hope this video was something meaningful for you as it was for me. And if you enjoyed, then like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Until then, stay safe, take care, love you all. Mwah. Bye.